Okay, we are on page 26 through 27. This is called the factor theorem. And can I tell you a little secret? Don't tell anybody. I have never seen this before. I've been teaching math 35 years and I have never seen this before until this piece. The Saxon math curriculum that we have been using in our school for 30 years doesn't actually get to this until maybe advanced math or calculus, but we don't do it. So, but it's not that hard, okay? It's just like a little trick that we do to answer a question, and then the question is answered by either a yes or a no. Now don't just guess, okay? Because it really isn't that hard to figure out. But they're just kind of like proposing a question: is x minus a factor of a certain equation? So for instance here, is x minus 3 a factor of this whole thing? Could I factor x minus 3 out of this? Say, why would I want to know that? Okay, I don't know the answer to that question. Why? But we can easily determine this. So in this case, notice the template, x minus a, x minus 3, that means a is the positive value 3, okay? If this had been x plus 3, and this is x minus 3, then I would need the opposite value, okay, for the 3. But here I take the positive value. Now what that means is we're going to do that synthetic substitution thing. So I do 2, looks like I have every coefficient. There's none of them missing. I don't need any zeros. Do the negative 11, do the 12, do the 9. Now if I do this little magic trick, and when I get to the end, the answer works out to be 0, then that means that this is indeed a factor of that. So for all of these problems you're going to do on page 26, 27, you are going to do this same step. You're going to do synthetic substitution. Sometimes it'll work out to be 0 for your final answer. Half the time it will not. If it does, then you answer yes. If it turns out to not be 0, then you say no. This is not a factor of that. That's all we're doing, okay? It's a yes or no answer. But here's the easy steps. Let's go through the synthetic substitution one more time. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. We just bring this down, so we get a 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Add these and I get negative 5. Now I do the 3 times negative 5 and I get negative 15. Negative 15 plus 12 is negative 3. Multiply the 3 times the negative 3, I get negative 9. Add these together and I get 0. So what does that mean? The answer is yes. Da, 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 da. That's all there is to it, okay? So it looks complicated, and even though in some curriculum they may not even cover this or may not present it till advanced math or calculus, it really is not a hard method to do. And it just helps us answer a question that maybe some math student in the future may want to know. All right, but that takes us to the end of this pace. You're done. Hope you do well on the checkup. Here's what I would do. I would suggest that some of these formulas here at the end that we've had to use, put them on a 3x5 card. And if your teacher, parent, supervisor allows you, I would use it as a reference when you do the checkup, self-test, pace test. Because again, this is not something you need to memorize and use the rest of your life, but you will need it in order to do the problems that you're expected to do for this pace. All right, we're done with this. I'm going to give it a few days before I probably come back and work on some more videos for 1129.